Do you have a dog that likes to get into places that they're not supposed to get into? Well, I've got something that's going to help you with your need. Today, we're going to be talking about the Invirox outdoor wireless fence. We're going to talk about the placement at which we put the collar on. So she has her e-collar on this side right now. This is kind of a good representation of where I want it. But just to show you with this guy, as I said earlier in the video, I like to put it on the sides of the neck. And how tight you want it, you want to be able to fit one finger under one of these prongs. That's how tight you would like it. So on this side, she's got nothing. So what I'll do is I'll put the collar there. This is kind of a longer collar, so you can cut it to your desired fit of where you want it. She's got a little bit longer fur, so I put on those medium-sized prongs. I got about one finger under one of these prongs, so it's relatively snug. I'll definitely cut this because it's a little bit long, but that is how we want it on her. Here's a little bit of a close-up. This is where we want it. We want it on the side of her neck, not back here, nor right on her jugular, on the sides. Second thing is we are going to learn how to set up our fence system. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to hold down the M button about 3 seconds or so. We're going to have it pop on. It'll blink like that. It is going to take about 3 to 5 minutes to find its bars, meaning find its GPS location. Right now you'll see the screen blinking with the 2 lines. We're going to wait for that. When you know it's found its signal, you will see the GPS bars. You want those more than 3. Now we are going to set our center point. The little location symbol there, we are going to find the spot that we want the center point to be, and we are going to hold that down for about 3 seconds or so. And how you know you found your center point is you will see 000 on your screen. Your center point can only be set if you have 3 or more bars on your GPS. If you have lower than 3 bars, it will not work. Now let's say you set this up on a spot once before, it will remember that same center point that you started at. We are now going to set our center point here. We are going to hold this down for about 3 seconds or so. The screen is now at 000. That is how we know that we are at the center point there. After you've set your center point, you will go ahead and click your location again. This is where you can set how many yards you want. This can go all the way from 33 all the way up to 999 yards. After about 5 seconds, it will lock at whatever you leave it at. So now, wherever your location is that you are, you want to measure out where you want the boundary to be. So now I'm going to set my center point. You have a good guide here when you're at 000. You can now kind of adjust and figure out how far your distance is going to be. So this is the distance that I want. And for me, that was perfectly 33 yards. So I will go ahead and now reset my center point here, and I will now set how far I would like, which for me it was 33. It is now locked, so I have my boundary set now. If the dog decides to go out into that area, they will start to get a warning. Now when you're setting your boundary, you want to use your pins to know where the line is that the dog cannot cross. These will also come into play when training the dog where to not cross. So now I have my boundary set right there. So when the dog starts to cross it, guess what? They're going to start to hear warnings, telling the dog needs to take a step back into the area that is okay. And that is how you set up your Invirox wireless fence system. Stay tuned for the next one where we'll be teaching you how to train your dog to understand the fence. We'll see you in the next one.